attitude becomes easier to feel if you know what the alternatives are. One of the things I always say about
resentment that's a good opposite, I think. And so ignorance is actually one problem, is that if you don't know anything about history, and there's also, I suppose, as well as ignorance, there's willful blindness and the unwillingness to put in the effort that it would require to be grateful.
Absolutely.
So, I've been considering the book of Job in some depth recently, and it's a very interesting book, and it pertains to purpose, I would say. So by the time the book of Job is written and eventually introduced into the biblical corpus, there's a real transformation in the conceptualization of God. And there's a key figure in that transformation, which is extraordinarily interesting. And the figure is Elijah. So when Christ is transfigured on the Mount, two prophets appear with him. One is Moses, and that's obvious why that is. But the other is Elijah. And Elijah, compared to Moses, is a relatively minor figure. And so there's some chapter or some verses devoted to his story, but not a lot. But here's the key psychological significance, let's say, of Elijah. So Elijah set himself up against Jezebel, who was a queen at that time, a foreign queen of Israel, who had introduced the worship of Baal into the Israeli culture. And Baal was a nature god.